All right. I'm not sure you can hear me on this live stream. Hopefully you can. Hopefully you can. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start today live stream today, where my name is Sharice, and we're going to go ahead and focus on the general reading. And I thought my picture was going to be displayed, but I don't see that it is. So I guess it is what it is. We're just going to go forward in this all black screen. And I'll do another um, live where I have a picture up. So I do apologize for that is happening. And we'll get started. So this is going to be a general reading. If you have any questions or what have you, you can go ahead and type it in this chat. I'm going to try to do this every Wednesday, at least, like maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I'm going to try 3 times a week, but I might be too much on my schedule, but I'm going to try to do that. And while I'm doing that, I am going to show you that, reiterate how you can get your own reading at my Psychic Hope Intuitive. Okay? I might do another live stream tonight because I'm trying to see how this goes. So I might do another one later tonight. Hopefully then I have a little picture you can look at while I'm doing this. How about that? In the meantime, we're going to just move forward and get this done. It's going to be a quick reading, general reading. If you have any questions, you can type it in the chat. If this live stream is over with and you have questions thereafter, go ahead and still post it in the chat, and then I, definitely me or myself, sorry, me and myself, me and my team will check it out and respond back to you. If you wanted to respond to a private one, like your email, just leave your email address and we can do that as well. All right, so I'm just kind of looking around, and I guess that's it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. This is a general reading, and now the number. We're going to get started. 1, 2, 3. I see a number 2. Number 2. I do my own numerology. So number 2 is coming up. That means a lot because today, look at that. Today is August the 2nd. So that means there's something important for somebody that's going to be listening to this. This is a timeless reading. So number 2 is particular because today is August the 2nd. We are in the month of August. 8 is basically 2s when you think about it. So that's abundance. But for some reason, that 2 is coming up some despair. Like you've been challenging with things, either health, finances, relationships, something about that number 2. So it's you and someone else, or you and something that has not, you know, coming up that your heart has been broken. So let's go ahead and do the cards on that, okay? And again, I apologize that the picture is not showing while I'm doing this, but hey, it is what it is. So we're going to keep going. That first card is coming out. Ooh, a time to breathe out. So this is a healing type feeling that I'm relaying in this general reading. A healing is needed. So that person hurt you, or the circumstances that you've been through been painful. In the second card position, I have one of my favorite cards, and this is the Waxing Moon. So this right here is identifying that what you've been through, you're about to come out of it. And this is the month, or this is the time. So whenever you're listening to this, it's the last day of the month. Guess what? You're about to enter your coming out, your breakthrough, confirming with spirit. So you get your breakthrough. And there it is. And the third card, this right here is coming up as the full moon in Capricorn. So with that, with Capricorn, I always relate to that as hard work. Like you've been on the field, been working all day, and you finally at the end of that, and you can take a breather. You can relax. So that right there tells me that yes, it reconfirmed what I just said before the cards revealed itself. So I'm tapping into that energy. So that means you're coming out of it. Hallelujah. In the fourth position, I have the Carnal Moon. So this right here, this energy is picking up for you is that you're going to have to tap into, and the universe is going to push you to have the courage to start again. So I hear an ending. Sorry about that. I hear an ending of something, like something is ending that needs to be, and you had the courage to get to the point to acknowledge it, and therefore here you are about to start something new and different. And fear is going to come up to say, don't move, don't do it, go back, and all that crap. But you had enough, and there it is as I pulled three more cards. And guess what? The first card of that, those three that I pulled, the lion. And here we are currently at this time. We're in the month of August. If you're listening to this session and we're not in the month of August or any other months, it's perfectly fine. As an oracle, you have to unpack the layers, and the layers have different energy, different type of frequencies, different messages. So this right here is still a timeless reading for you. But what it emphasizes that it's tapping into the power of the lion. So whatever month, whatever day that you're listening to this, if not right now at this moment, where it's August the 2nd, it's a message for you that take the courage, take the understanding of where you've been through, and you keep going. And the card after that, I see crabs. So where you've been through was hell. That also means with that, when I look at that particular messages for you is that there will be several trying to pull you back down, and what you have to do is stay focused and look to the future. So the very first card that came out was a time to breathe out, and basically that image is just telling me that you're kind of you're kind of leaving the old and ready for the new. That's the overall message today, right now, this moment. I'm going to change it up, but right now, and think of something else like finances. But right now, it seems like this is the overall message for those that are listening and tuning in, that a change is coming, a path. So you made the first choice of a path to move forward, to get out of that toxicity. And now this one is a path where you're going to see which way you're gonna go. Like, are you gonna take this exit and go to this city and be there, or are you gonna keep going all the way up to the next state or the next country? So it's an adventure that I'm hearing. The word is coming in as an adventure. So that's good for some of y'all that been stuck. I'm hearing the word stuck for a long time, and you're coming out of it. And I'm just seeing this here, the new moon. It first started out with a very discerning moon, and then it kind of gradually went out of the full moon when it ended. Fast forward, I like to say. And then it's the new moon when we have the lion, and then we have a symbolic meaning of the crab. So that right there tells me that they're starting anew. You see how this all fits together? And this is me um, breaking it down and understanding the energy before the cards are revealing what it is. So I hear crying for some. So those tears that you're feeling, just make sure that you're using that as a way not to self-inflict, but to heal. I see some people might have to do a sauna just to kind of sweat it out, because stress can be so deep it can be in the bones, and that's what's up. Yeah, so some of you have, this is going to be family issues that you're detaching from, not just a love interest, that you're deciding that really didn't give it on about me. But nevertheless, you're moving out, you're moving on. And the next cards that I reveal is coming up to be a win-win outcome for you. So the choice that you made was the right choice. That's number one. Number two, you had to make a decision to leave, to cut it off because it was unhealthy and toxic. That's number two. And number three, your future demands that because there's a purpose for you. I'm coming up like as a child, maybe you felt that there was no purpose. You was just there. You was just a number. You was just a child, whatever. At that, what was going on, that people around you, those crabs are coming up again that I can see, was trying to convince you of that. Now you realize, oh no, I am somebody of worth. So that right there tells me a win-win outcome is that you're going to choose the right path. You're going to be on the right way, and you're going to change your destiny. You're going to change what was planned against you for you. So that's powerful right there. And there it is. Once you realize that, you're going to soar. You are going to get some haters. I see this card coming up. But the first card that I see in my next draw, oh, ooh, I love this. The first one was the Aries. That's the new moon. So you're still tracking on a new path. You can feel love from people that really, really, really care about you, not the fake ones. You've been having too much. And then, of course, you have the negativity coming up, the haterade or whatever. But it doesn't last because you know what to say, what to do, and you balance those emotions. And then I see the Aries coming up for you. And then last but not but least, the prosperity card. So that's the abundance card. So here we are in the month of August. So therefore, I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. No matter what month that you listen to this, on what day is vibrating. I want you to take a moment to understand what I'm breaking down to you as an oracle. That's what it is. Hold on one second. The cards are moving. Mm. Ooh, they got a message for you. Mm. And there it is. Okay, let me explain to you what this happens. So sometimes, well, most of the time, in the universe, the energy is constantly moving, almost like I don't want to say a volcano, but it's like energies and vibrations and different elements that you can't even explain in your language, right? So I am good. How are you? You have any questions? Hey, you have any questions, you can ask them here. I am great. You can call me Sherry or Sharice. But let me finish what I just did. It's amazing what I just did. So the last cards, like when I was about to say something, you have an influx as a psychic, and to me, I'm an actual oracle. So therefore, you're tapping into vibrations that are so high octane, it's unexplainable, and you can be able to dissect um, elements that are connected to things, basically like a rabbit hole, right? But right now in that moment, I had that influx of new energy. So I'm gonna. Oh, okay, you want me to ask about? Okay, I tap into that one moment. Let me finish this, and I will act. I will tap into that. Your question. I'm getting a yes though, but hold on. Um, but this right here is a message for what I was reading. So the next cards that came out was a lion, the full moon in Leo. And then after that, it was the gibbous moon, and then the fixed moon, and of course the negativity card came out. But the last card is a message from the universe to you that it's a time to give, not to take. So a time to give means that you've been giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, and now the universe is saying, "Hold up, it's time that you shall receive." So that just came just like that. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the fifth card. So that means that's a message. Number 5 is such a powerful number. And it says that this is your time. And I'm hearing 30 days. So when you're reading this or you're listening to this, 30 days is going to change your life. So now, and I look to the last card on my deck and I flip that. It says, expect powerful change. That was the whole message of this reading that I just did, a general reading. And that's two powerful events. Okay. So in that card, it's the new moon and the eclipse. So the new moon is huge. That's new beginnings, new start, or new seeds planted. Then the eclipse, you hardly don't get that a lot. So that means it's powerful. Yes, number 5 is a powerful number. Um, Not to go too deep in the rabbit hole, but it's very powerful in the mystics and the cosmics because it's very unique. We can count 5 on our hands, you know what I mean? It's that extra one on one hand and the other, but it's very powerful and it's tied to 10, which is double. So yes, 5 is very powerful. All the numbers have their own power, but number 5 is one of the top ones. Isn't that something? Wow. So that means something. Wow, Shayla, that means something. Oh yes, 5 is a lucky number. All right. But this message here, I'm going to go ahead and put these cards up so I can ask her. She has a question. I'm going to one cards and answer that question for her. But yeah, 5 is a powerful number. And this reading that I just did is for those that whatever you've been through, guess what? You're coming out of it. So whenever you listen to this, guess what? Get ready. And the cards look really good. The negativity came up twice. So that just means it can come through personal, through mind, and you just got to look past it and stay motivated. Okay. All right, let me get to Shaylee question. She said, "Will Daniel try to come back?" Hmm. Let's get some cards on that. I got an immediately yes. But I hear layers is going on with him. Let's see. Layers. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. I hear August for some reason. Oh, okay. So the first card came out as New Moon. That's my first card there. And that is some negativity there in the first card. But the second card says a time to give rather than take. So you've been given a lot. But something's coming up, a full moon in Aries. But I'm feeling August for some reason. I hear talk is needed. I hear a third party. And I hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the fifth position, hello, the card is the new moon in Libra. It seems like it's a third party involved that's been causing some confusion. If we go back to the fifth card of this, it deals with romance. It deals with the cycle. It begins. So it's almost like it's an opportunity to kind of fix whatever that was going on. And it seems like the opportunity is coming up, and that could be this month, which is the month of August. This is the Lionsgate month. So that's what you have to vibrate on. In the seventh, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the sixth position, there's new moon in Aquarius, and that vibrates on the love of trying to balance. So I do feel that you still have feelings for him. I'm sorry. In the seventh position, we get to the North Node. So choices is going to come. Right. So this is the month that decisions are going to be made. Piece of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. So he has to choose. I know. I know you do. He has to choose. Now, let's get back to the first card because that card, I do not like that card, but it is what it is. I keep it in there because it helps to identify and narrow down the energy. So that's the negative card. So that means it's been going on for a while, some unbalance. So spiritual cleansing is needed and truth is needed. So this is where his card in the seventh position, there's two paths he has to choose. So I definitely pray because I know your heart's going to take a while to kind of balance what he decides because you want to be with him. But at the same time, the universe, while we're connecting, is for you to be aware that he has to choose and do. He has to choose and do. And a time to give. He has to choose to do that. I do feel, I hear the word love. Ooh, his soul is coming through. Wow. Hmm. 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 There is love there. Okay. It is love there. He's just not understanding how to balance to give. I hope that makes sense to you. Um, there's an opportunity. If we look back in card number 5, that's your number. The new moon. The new moon in Libra. So when that represents to me, I have my own numerology, my own way to break down my own astrology with people. Is with this here, I see that it's an opportunity. Can it work out? Is it a possibility, a path that way? Yes, it can, but choices has to be made. Your choice is made. You willing to go the mile, but at the same time, I always like to kind of say this to people when particularly I'm talking about love, because our heart are like babies. They want to hear that so bad, but at the same time, the ink is not dry. You have to protect your heart, okay? So in this fifth position of the new moon in Libra, it's about romance and it's a scale. um who's putting on more or less. It needs to be equal where it's not equal. So therefore this month in August is going to be an opportunity to see what he's going to do. Is he capable of doing it? If he put his mind to it and he settled down, right, and look for what's good in the connection, he can do it. See, you know what, this card is the new moon in Libra. Yeah, and it deals with romance. That's the message. And the energy that I pick up from that is it's a time for a view to see who was giving, who was not. Are we willing to work at it to be together? Now, who's having dreams? Have you ever been having dreams? For some reason, that's coming up. If you haven't, he has. And now I hear the word children again. Children. Does that relate? Children. I'm looking to the seventh card position, the new moon in Aquarius. Girl, that means they on the other side waiting to see who gonna be their papa. There's a lot of children. Oh my Lord. I'm a medium as well. I get 3, 4. He has lots of children, or he has Aquarius in this. Oh my Lord. Wow. Guess what? Mm. They're trying to talk to you from the other side. Your children. Wow. I get a boy and a girl. You're destined to have more. He has no children. Yep, that's what it is. Right, right, right. It's like she's speaking, but it's others. I know, it's painful. I know. Well, the message is you're not alone. Oh, yes, so that's what it is. That's who's coming through. But I hear others, other children. So that could mean like if certain events didn't happen, you would have had more children. I'm counting 7. I know that's a lot these days, but I'm counting 7, and I'm getting a confirmation on that. So those that didn't make it through, right? If it, like it's not going to, or what have you. Um, right. You know, when you said twins, that matched up to how many that I tapped into the message that was coming through. I'm seeing a lot of children, so that makes sense. It too, because twins are like multiple, right? It's another way to say multiply, right? So, they're waiting on your choice of who's going to be the father, and they're willing to accept if it's not to be. But soul contracts has been signed. Well, let me say this: they're about to be signed. They're ready. Everybody just have to have an agreement. This is where Danielle comes up. Daniel is coming up as what he's going to do. It's not too late. It's not too late. Mothers have children way into their 60s. Not to say you want to do that, but it's not too late. You can still have babies. They wouldn't be coming through. It's something about children, their energy, y'all, and the cosmos is so huge. It's so huge. It's like the sun. Their energy is so powerful. Children are. I just can't explain it. And I always can pick up on it when they're vibrating, trying to get through. That it means it's an important message for the person that I'm reading for. Yes. Let me talk about these cards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the seventh position, where you said that's his number. If I'm looking at this, it says step out of your comfort zone. So this right here is courage that I'm hearing for him. Courage. Courage is coming through. So he has the courage to admit I hear the wrongdoing and try to get an understanding. I hear that he's gonna listen this time. So y'all will be talking, because the negative card was the first card, and that's like I say in my numerology, that means something. It's the seed is planted, or the seed was planted, and now you have to take on root. So I want to do some more cards again, just to kind of clarify where you go from here. But he has to choose what he's going to do. This is the month. I'm hearing a Tuesday, a Wednesday. Ooh, there it is. Communication incoming, and a conclusion of what he's going to do. I think the reason why the children is coming up now is because they're ready to have an idea if you're going to be there or not. Hmm. Was that in the argument when y'all was upset? I hear lies. Hmm. Y'all gonna talk again. Now I hear control, like he like to control things. I hear that he like to control. It's not over. Yeah, it's mind games. And maybe that card right there that I'm thinking about in the number one position, that negativity coming out number one means something. All that's connected. And I hear that he hides a lot his emotions. I'm doing the connection. Was he easy to express himself, or was it hard to get him to open up? I hear again that he hides a lot his emotions. It's like sometimes he's night and day. The universe is saying for you to go silent for a while. Yeah, that's what's coming through. But it's not over. Y'all gonna talk again. Now if I look back at number one, yep, there he is. Um, like I said, I do not like this card in the deck. It's always negative, negative energy, negative thoughts, negative deeds. So he has to come out of that to get his mental peace because he's not happy. I hear the word miserable. And he has been dreaming of you. And then right before we started, before I said that, the cards that I pulled out was the communication vibration of this card here. So you will be communicating with him again, but you also have to decide what boundaries and what you really need and to what your heart needs, because there are still an opportunity for you to have more children. Um, and that's where that card earlier came through for him. He has to choose. So I would just play it. That's my advice. It's up to you. Go quiet for a while. Let it simmer. Because it does show y'all going to talk again. It does show that both of y'all are having dreams of one another. So that means the spiritual connection is still there. Um, it's the conclusion card. That's the full moon of the eclipse. So I pick up on that means that an ending is coming. Either ending of the old and both of y'all get together and decide let's do this or not. Right. But it's not over. I know it's hard to believe and they say those things, but it's not over. There's still another, it's something like it was abrupt. So when that happens, you got to have closure. You don't have to reach out to him. It's just going to happen somehow, some way. It's just going to fall into place. I do pick up this month. Not really, maybe going into September, but really, I pick up this month. And again, that number one card was that negativity. So he has to choose. Just let it simmer. But the communication is incoming. I'm picking up three. You see? Yeah, exactly. You see, when you do that, you're taking. Because with our hearts, we have to have closure. You just can't say, oh, it's over. No, that's not how the heart works. And our heart loves like a baby hold on to a finger or a rat or what have you. It's hard to get that out of that baby hands, right? But the same thing with our hearts. So when we don't get the opportunity to express ourselves about our emotions and how we were hurt or our perceptions, it leaves an unbalance, and that's where that scale comes in. The new moon in Libra, that's where that scale comes up. Yes, it's very hard, so it takes time. And so in a way they do that, and now I hear the word conniving, or not manipulative, but I hear the word playing it. So therefore you will feel to come after him and he don't have to pay. So it's a game, but it should not be. So I would do it like this, because he do have feelings for you. He just don't know how to express it in a healthy way. That doesn't excuse it, because it's wrong. And the universe is giving him another opportunity so he'll know how to love. At the same time, you have to protect your heart. So I do recommend people to use pink quartz crystals, because it really helps the heal of the heart on a spiritual level. So when you get to that point and you just say, you know what, I really want to disengage, but you can't if your heart is attached. All this time you have been healing your heart, you can. So I want to highly recommend, who's ever listening or will be, who will be listening, is when you love and you see that you realize that it's not gonna go the way you want it to be. Yes, it's called let me type it here, pink quartz. Just hold on one second. And you need to get one for you so you can give back to yourself, and you put that over your heart all the time. You carry it with you. You get another one for your child, the children, and you get another one for the person, your true love. It is possible to have true love. Most of the time you got to fight for it this day and time, but nonetheless it's possible. And the pink quartz crystal, the vibration and energy of it heals it in a way that is beyond our physical comprehension. So if you do that while you're working through your emotions, still loving that person that don't know how to love. That's what we're dealing with, y'all. They don't know how to love. They don't want to know, learn. Some of them do, and just need a little nudge. I know. Make you so sad. It's so easy. You be so happy. It's like eating a bowl of ice cream. But they just want to just play those games. So by denying you an opportunity to talk it out, makes you still hooked, line and sinker. I don't know why I'm listening to some old 1950 song in my ear, but nevertheless, that's what it is. So on that journey, you take care of your own heart and you don't judge it. If you feel that you need to reach out or do a spot, just put it in within reason, but just don't judge your heart, because it takes a while to disengage. It takes a long time, but you just keep moving forward and trust me, you will move on if that's the path. Okay. So I do pick up again, it's coming through spirit that you and him will talk again. So all that bull crap, I'm hearing lies. He's just lying. You see, people that do that, they do that because it's like a blanket, because they don't want to get hurt, because they already hurt. Not that you hurt them, but they just hurt. And instead of them taking the relationship and understanding it, right? But it will. Well, it's numb because it's devastated. But once you start doing that pink quartz crystal and you start, and then also do affirmations. Y'all got to do affirmations. Affirmation is so powerful. And that just means to say, like that card said earlier for you, it said, I am somebody of worth. I am somebody of worth. I'm so sorry. That's mine to y'all. The card was saying, what was the card saying? Oh my God, I think I forgot. I think it was saying you are. I gotta find that message, y'all. I'm so sorry. Let me find that right quick. That's my line, but that's a good line. Y'all gotta say that. I am somebody of worth. I'm gonna find the card because it's a good card. And what that does, it just helps you to kind of refocus on what you need while you await to see if that person is willing to give you. Here it is. It's the new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. A time to give rather than take. That's the new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. And that's what's up. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I got to figure out how to get my little pictures up here, y'all. I'm so sorry. This is my first really live. Yes, my really live show. I'm gonna try to do it 3 times a week, preferably on Wednesdays, maybe on Friday, or maybe when I just feel like it. But you can always leave messages here in the chat. My moon and rising are in Virgo. Wow. Oh, you're so welcome. You welcome. I love to helping people. You know, everybody that deserving should have happy every after. You know, it is possible. I know it's hard. If you've been through crap, trust me, I've been through crap. And for the grace of God, I made it out. And I'm thankful for what God has blessed me with to help others to get the clarity that they need. Clarity is important. That's what your heart needs. That's what your mind needs. And then you can be able to live. And if you're with someone or been with someone that you know that you wasn't receiving what you should, have the courage to define that. Fight through the pain and the hurt and the tears. And what you're aiming for is that ever after. It does exist. You can get it. Um, it takes some finesse and some strength, but it's in you. You made it this far. Don't give up and don't settle. Another thing, too, I want to tell people emotional code words. What is that? You just be wary when things are said. So 1 second. I'm typing. When things are said that are painful to hear and plus draw you back, I'd say to that merry-go-round of nowhere. Um, that you stop and say, when someone show you who they are, you have to believe them. At the same time, I want you to hold your heart, but I love you. You have to really talk to your heart. I know people are thinking, what are you talking about? But you got to do it. You can do it by yourself. Who that person talking to? Just be by yourself. Just be alone in your own quiet space and you hug your heart and you say, I love you. That's a very powerful statement because you're transcending the physical plane and you're tapping into the spirit. That's power. That's understanding. That's your freedom. That's the love that you deserve. All right. So I will do another one. Thank you so much, Taylor. I appreciate you. This is my first live chat. And if you need a reading, you can go to my website, psychichopeintuitive.com, and you can connect with me through Skype, through through WhatsApp. You can send an email. You can text me. So you can do some readings and you can go to that website and reach out and we'll go from there. And I will try to be consistent. It's my first live and I will do another one real soon. All right, Shaylee, I wish you the best. Okay. You keep your head up. Don't cry out of pain. Cry because you're healing and you're moving forward. And you are somebody of worth. All right. Bye, everybody.